What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode from the channel, where today we're going to be discussing the announced Dead by Daylight slasher movie, what progress has been made on it, and what we can expect going forward with the developments of the movie. So if you're sort of wondering what's going on here, if you're unaware of what I'm talking about, Dead by Daylight is an online horror slasher game in which 5 players enter a match, with 4 being survivors and 1 being a killer. Now, one of the reasons I have decided to cover this is because amongst this game's slasher characters is Ghostface. So I'll get into him a little later, but last year it was announced that a slasher movie based on the game is in the works from Blumhouse, with intentions of bringing the characters from the game to life in a movie, which also may feature slasher icons from the catalogue as well. There has been very little progress, but let's just dive straight into the news that we've got. So I'll be honest here, there hasn't been anything major since this movie was announced, which is odd because the game is very much still producing content and there is an active fan base for it, but the news has been quite scarce. That is, until this latest development. I say development, a lot of people are seeing this news as kind of a setback. I don't, I'll explain why later, but Jason Blum, who heads Blumhouse, was asked on the progress of this DBD movie, and he basically had this to say. He said that the movie is still looking for a director and a screenwriter. Now the tweet says, this comes almost a year after its original announcement. Whether we'll know more about it before 2025 is unlikely. So the movie is still looking for a director and screenwriter. Now I think this is odd because why would they announce this and literally make no progress on it? But I think I can help shine some clarity on why this is moving so slow. Blumhouse are pretty quick at spurning out horror movies. They act quick, produce quick, and don't tend to hold back when it comes to their productions. One of the reasons this may be taking a while is because DBD is currently its own property, but also there's a lot of licensed content locked within the game itself. Things like Stranger Things, things like Resident Evil, and so I think the delay is because to sort of go ahead with the plan of making this movie, they're going to have to decide what makes the cut and what doesn't, and so on. And that may be playing a part in why we're still waiting. There is another reason why I think we are still waiting, but I will get to that at the end of this video because it's relating to a point that I'm going to make about future news and so on. Now, people have asked in response to this news again, is, kind of generally what the movie could be about, what's going to happen in it, who's going to appear, and there's so many theories and options that they could go with to bring this to life, but I think the game is very much packed with lore and content that any writer who gets that will have so much to work with, and I think including all that lore and content will make a great movie. One of the reasons I'm keeping my eye on this is because RJ Talbot, who owns Ghostface, is very much involved with everything designed for the game with his particular character. He has an extremely good friendship with Behaviour, who own DBD, so much so when they introduced Ghostface, they were able to create their own version of him with his own unique backstory. I have covered this extensively, but I honestly think DBD's version of Ghostface is darker, more sinister and scarier than what appeared in Scream. But with this positive relationship, I have no doubts that Ghostface will appear in this movie. Blumhouse were actively hoping to acquire the license to Scream when the franchise was up for sale following the collapse of Dimension Films, so they have an interest in owning Ghostface, and because of the positive relationship with RJ Talbot and Behaviour, it seems to me an easy win for them to use Ghostface. He's recognisable, he's unique to that game, and also very popular amongst people who play it. Now let me be clear, this movie will obviously focus more on original killers that were made specifically for the game. That's to be expected. But if they're going to make a movie that's a complete homage to the games, their version of Ghostface is original to that game. and I have no doubts he's going to appear. He will be in this movie, and I think RJ Talbot will give it his full blessing. So with this news now, what can we expect going forward? Well, the initial tweet with this says that we're unlikely to hear anything until 2025. I don't believe that at all. I think a lot of productions were slowed down following the strikes last year, and this movie will definitely see some movements this year. It has to, right? This movie will create such a media buzz when it's in production. I mean, they could literally make movements on this in the summer, and it could be good to film by late 2024 for all we know. So don't rule this one out yet. Let's just keep our eyes on this. I think this is going to be a dark horse that's going to sneak up and just come all at once for us. But I do think the strikes are why we really haven't had much progress on it, if I'm being honest with you guys. As usual, I am now watching this. I will keep my eye on everything that comes out about it, whether it be leaks, rumours, speculation, official news and so on. So anything I get, you guys will hear. But that's it for today's video. If you have made it this far, please give the video a like, as it really helps the channel out. And if you are new to the channel, if this is your first video, consider subscribing for more horror updates, and I will see you in the next video.